Good morning and welcome back to my channel. Morning folks, today it is the 13th of the 2nd 2017. The last video I've done about anything is I believe if it's loaded up properly, because I don't know if it's loaded up properly. Yeah, about the football, weren't it? About the forced change, I said. The forcing change to, like, I don't want homophobic people at games, let's say. Where does that lead? That people who don't actually like fat people? Or, where does that end? I mean, is that the beginnings, if you know what I mean, of the thought police? Like, it's not the beginnings, actually. It's been going on for a long time, but the thought police, they're going to start policing your thoughts. In other words, you're not allowed to think one way. You must think in a certain way. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's thought police coming in. I thought I'd just quickly mention that. There's a thing called the Mackenzie. I don't know whether it's society or whether it's Mackenzie. Anyway, these people are like, I thought they was volunteers, and they're basically the friends of people in court. So mainly for people who've lost their children, or fighting for custody of their children in the courts. And these people, they're not legally trained as such. They're not professional, but they're there to help. I suppose some of them have knowledge, some of them I don't know. But it's come to light that they've been charging some parents, and that these parents are feeling like ripped off from it, But I'm not so sure if that's just a really isolated case or whatever. But I always thought that Mackenzie thing was a good thing, because you'll notice it now in the state is taking real big steps and measures now to separate parents from their children. And you haven't got to do a lot these days, and social services are being there, and they'll be saying, oh, you're not a fit parent. I mean, it's getting there where it's, if you say you said to your daughter, come in and said, like, I don't want to go to school today, Dad. Or I said, what's wrong with you? You will. No, I'm just feeling really down and fed up today, and I really need a day's recuperation or something like that. I need to take a day off, a day for myself. You know what? Being such a good child and everything, and like always go to school, never moaning, never complaining, getting her own work done on time, doing well in school exams, doing her home chores, keeping herself clean, tidy, respectable, good manners, all these things. I'll probably turn around and say, because my daughter probably didn't say it, but I'd say, you know what? If you feel that she is, so to say, quite mature, and she knows if she needs that day, I'd say to her, take the day off. If you feel that you need to take that day off, like anybody else in the workplace, an adult can speak for themselves. And so phone up. They don't have to be ill. They could just be feeling down that day, fed up, haven't had a day for a long time, really need cheering up, perhaps feeling a bit fed up. You can't phone up your work and say, oh, I'm feeling fed up, I don't want to come to work today. Do you know what I mean? Well, you should be able to be honest. But you probably say, oh, I'm not feeling, got snivels, bad tummy, or something like that. And you take that day for yourself. And that wouldn't be against the law, would it? And nobody would get prosecuted or told this, that, and the other. But parents will. Parents will say, oh, you're not allowed to do that. That's unauthorised absence. We put you up in court, or fine your monies, or whatever. But all I'm saying is, this Mackenzie thing, it's a slippery slope. Well, this Mackenzie thing, I think that is a slippery slope to sort of demonise organisations like this, because they must be having some sort of measure. I think maybe, you know, in helping in the courts, because otherwise, go over there. Otherwise, they wouldn't be trying to dish them. So that's going to put an awful lot of people off going to these Mackenzie people. And I'm going to chase it up and follow it up, do some research. But I thought there was like a charity and they did it for free and they was really helping parents. But it could be the fact that the BBC or whoever has put it on there now is propaganda to try and deter people from going to them, saying, oh, you're going to get ripped off. They're not trained. They charge thousands of pounds, you know, and all this. So I don't really know with that one. It needs a bit more investigation, but you've got to watch. You can't automatically take everything for granted when they tell you on the television. So I often think the opposite, and I'm often right. So I think it might be the fact that they're trying to demonise these Mackenzie court friends, and because they're doing an effective job at keeping parents with their children, where the state would love to just take them off you. So I'll carry on from that. I'll do a few short ones. I think I'm going to do another one after. Straight on the back of that, straight after that, the article next on was about parents, about alcoholic and abusive parents. Somebody, I think, is it the Labour from Bencher, I think, anyway, now. I've not really known of him, but I can't think of his name. But he stood up and made an appealed speech because his father was an alcoholic, and he said all the troubles and turmoil, and MPs were supposed to be in tears and all that, you know. And they've done a special on it today. They've had some people in who've had alcoholic parents and things like that. And it's all again, out there. I'm not saying something that's not true, but it's all out there straight after that article that these parents are not really fit to bring up their children, if you know what I mean. Even though the children they've had on there are quite savvy in, like, they speak well, they know they're confident young people. You could see that they're fairly well educated and know their mind, and they're confident human beings on the planet, you know, not afraid to stand up in front of all those people on the television and make their point heard. You know what I mean? So that says to me that the alcoholic parents they grew up with, and continue to grow up with, didn't actually impact them that badly. In fact, may have shoved them the other way. But I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. Nobody wants alcoholic parents. Nobody wants people to be alcoholics. Do you know what I mean? Nobody wants to be dependent on drugs and stuff like that. Nobody wants that. You know what I mean? That's not a good thing. But it was sort of alienating, saying, oh, look, your parents might not know best for you. Straight on the back of the courts that are taking children off the parents, and they're sort of like discouraging this Mackenzie thing, you know, putting more of a further investigation into it anyway, hopefully. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do another one in a bit, just so they're not too long, and I'm having trouble uploading again. So the long ones seem to have more trouble. So I'm going to make them short and sweet. So thanks for tuning in. Upvote me. I love you all. See you in a bit. Bye.